Hi, this is Trisha. It's week 5, CSA season. I'm coming to you once again from our hoop house where we have our Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. I just wanted to show you how much they've grown in the last couple of weeks. I'm 5'3" and these plants are 2 to 3 feet taller than I am. At this point, when I have to start clipping them to those strings that you see up there, I have to use a ladder. They're getting pretty tall. We did start picking them this week, and there's actually some Sun Golds in your box. More on that a little bit later. Okay, I'm back in the shed now, and this week the box is all about peas. We have 3 kinds of peas in the box this week. You're going to get a lot of the sugar snap peas. These were in the boxes last week. These are the kind of peas that you eat the entire pod. They're delicious, wonderful. You also have snow peas. These are the flat ones, sometimes known as Chinese pea pods. And then we also have shelling peas. Now, we don't have a lot of shelling peas in your box this week. These are the kind you have to actually open up the pod and take the little peas out and eat the peas. You'll be able to tell the difference. These, look at a quick glance very similar to the sugar snaps. But if you crunch into one of these pods, you're going to find it's not very tasty. However, if you're trying to increase the fiber in your diet, go ahead and eat the pods, but I don't really recommend it. You'll be able to tell the difference pretty easily because you're going to have a giant bag of sugar snap peas and a very small bag of the shell peas. There will be more shell peas next week. They just come a little bit later because they need to develop a full pea in the pod, and sugar snaps are picked before that pea develops. So mostly what I would do, because when you shell these peas, you're not going to have, there's not a whole lot of peas in this small bag of peas. My favorite way to eat these peas is to shell them and eat them raw. I rarely even get them cooked. I mostly eat these raw. So, we talk about the Sun Gold tomatoes as being farm candy. These are a close second. Very, very tasty treat. Better than popcorn if you're sitting around watching a movie. Now, on to the Sun Golds. As I said, we started picking Sun Golds. We don't have quite enough to give you a full pint this week. It's about 3/4 of a pint. There are a few red ones in this pint basket as well. Trying to get the camera angle here, right? We have a few rogue red plants that showed up in our Sun Gold beds, so there'll be a few red ones in here. Sun Golds are delicious. These little orange bites, we do call them farm candy because they are so incredibly tasty. I have known children to choose these over ice cream as a treat. Now, one of the things that I want to tell you about when it comes to picking tomatoes, whether it's the cherry tomatoes or it's our full-size tomatoes, is that we pick our tomatoes underripe. You want them to be this good, nice orange color, but you're also going to see some that are a more yellow color in your box. Now, we do this because, if we waited till everything was completely ripe, it wouldn't last for very long in your kitchen. So tomatoes ripen very well off the vine. What you want to do when you get them home is to put them in a bowl on the counter and let them ripen. Never, ever put uncut tomatoes into the refrigerator. Let me repeat that. Never put tomatoes into the refrigerator. Of course, if you cut them up and you're using them in a salad or whatever, you're going to put them in the refrigerator because they've been cut. But uncut tomatoes would prefer to be on the counter. Refrigerators are just too cold and they ruin the flavor of tomatoes. So these tomatoes, they're not going to come in this nice little green pint. They're actually going to come in a plastic bag. Please take them out of the plastic bag and put them on your kitchen counter in a bowl. Wait till they get that deep orange color. It may be hard, but it'll be better if you wait for them to get fully ripe. Okay, also in this week's box, I thought I'd give you a switch from the scallions, and instead we've got some bulbing onions. You're going to get a couple of the red ones, and then the yellow or white one is a Walla Walla, a very, very sweet onion. All of these you can eat raw or cooked. grilled, sauteed, whatever you want to do with onions. They also still have some lovely greens on them. So you can use these green tops just as you would scallions. Very tasty, very wonderful. If you've never had the Walla Walla sweet onions, a lot of people have heard of the Vidalia onions. If I grew a Vidalia onion, it would not be as sweet as the ones you get in the store because we have too much sulfur in our soil here to get that sweet of an onion. But these Walla Wallas are really, really good. Very, very tasty. And you will enjoy them. And we will have more of those in the week to come. We have head lettuce this week. And predominantly, it's going to be leaf lettuce. You'll have some red leaf and some green leaf. There may be one or two of you who have something different if we don't quite have enough. We also have cucumbers this week. We've got a couple of the American in your box, one English cucumber for everybody. Cucumbers are going to be a pretty standard item in your box until we no longer have cucumbers. Because I always figure, you know, few cucumbers can get thrown into anything. And then we also have the patty pans and zucchinis again. And this is another staple. I throw 3 or 4 of these in your box every week because it's really easy to add to any kind of pasta dish, any casserole, any kind of grilling. Very, very versatile. To me, zucchinis and patty pans take on the flavor of what you're cooking them with. So really adaptable to a wide range of things. And that's all we have in the box this week. It's still a pretty big box. It doesn't have as many number of things because we have been shorthanded for the last week. And we've been just really busy picking peas and trying to keep up with all the peas when we're short a few staff members is quite enough. So enjoy the peas. There'll be another big week of peas next week, and then they're probably going to be done maybe a little bit 2 weeks from now, but it's a short season, so enjoy the peas. Enjoy the sun golds. Please remember, don't put them in the refrigerator. Talk to you next week.